Christian Palestinian Aramaic, Genesis 50, verse 5, the second part. And here we have the word for now, therefore. And this is the Samic Lamed Kof verbal root, and it's a pa'al, imperfect, first person common singular. We can see that from the aleph prefix there. I will go up. I will bury. So you see the kof bait resh right there. That's also pa'al, imperfect, first common singular. And who will he bury? Here we have the sign of the direct object, father again. And I will return. Now this is the tav vav bait verbal root. And we should ask right now, wait a minute, why is there no aleph there, as we have seen here and here, if indeed this is going to be a pa'al, imperfect, first person common singular? Well, if we refer to page 156 in Müller-Kessler's Grammar of Christian Palestinian Aramaic, we actually see that it's okay for there not to be an aleph prefix on a first person common singular. You would expect it in this case, but there just isn't one. And another thing to point out here is that these words in CPA have aleph prefixes and are imperfect first common singular, but Hebrew has a couple of cohortatives. We see that with the kametz hey ending, but we remember no variety of Aramaic attests cohortatives. So the best we can do in Aramaic is to use imperfect first common singular. And then the final thing to talk about here is Samic Lamed Kof. What's going on there? Well, in Biblical Aramaic for Biblical Interpreters, page 119, we can see something that applied to Biblical Aramaic, which is that Lamed, strangely, for this verbal root alone, assimilates. So this is important to recognize because we could have thought with Aleph, Samic, Vav, Kof, that maybe we're dealing with the Samic, Vav, Kof verbal root instead, which would mean I will grieve, because look, we would have that aleph at the front to make us think that it was a first person common singular imperfect. And I will grieve certainly would make sense before burying the father. But in any case, that's Samic Lamed Kof, and we go back to the beginning. Now therefore I will go up, I will bury my father, and I will return.